to detect and respond to a resurgence in cases. Early serological studies reflect that a relatively low percentage of the population has antibodies to COVID-19, which means most of the population is still susceptible to the virus. WHO is working closely with governments to ensure that key public health measures remain in place to deal with the challenge of lifting lockdowns. Until there is a vaccine, the comprehensive package of measures is our most effective set of tools to tackle the virus. In this vein, new guidance was released over the weekend regarding both school and workplaces reopening. On children going back to school, decision makers should reflect on a number of key factors when deciding on whether and how to reopen the schools. First, a clear understanding about current COVID transmission and severity of the virus in children is needed. Second, the epidemiology of COVID-19, where the school is geographically located, needs to be considered. Third, the ability to maintain COVID-19 prevention and control measures within the school setting. When reflecting on the decision to reopen schools, the local government should assess the capacity of the schools to maintain infection prevention and control measures. Last week, I also spoke to the International Labour Organization, ILO, and the International Organization of Employees, IOE, about the reopening of workplaces and how to do this safely. Over the weekend, WHO issued a detailed new workplace guidelines which recommend all places of work carry out a risk assessment for workers' potential exposure to COVID-19. This includes the implementation of measures to prevent the spread of the virus. Workplaces should develop action plans for prevention and mitigation of COVID-19 as part of their overall business plan. The plan should also include measures for protecting health, safety, and security in reopening, closing, and modifying workplaces. Today saw the release of new modeling on HIV by the World Health Organization and UNAIDS. It highlights the importance of taking immediate steps to minimize interruptions in health services and supplies of antiretroviral drugs during the COVID-19 pandemic. The group's worst-case scenario, a 6-month disruption of antiretroviral therapy, suggested that there could be 500,000 extra deaths from AIDS-related illnesses, including from tuberculosis, in sub-Saharan Africa over the next year. This could effectively set the clock back by more than a decade to 2008, when more than 950,000 AIDS deaths were observed in the region. This is an avoidable worst-case scenario and not a prediction. This model acts as a wake-up call to identify ways to sustain all vital health services. Despite attention being focused on the COVID-19 pandemic,
it's 23 hours.
We must still ensure that global supplies of tests and treatments for both HIV and TB reach the countries and communities that need them most. We should save people from both COVID and HIV and other illnesses. Even relatively short-term interruptions to treatment pose a significant threat to a person's health and potential to transmit HIV. COVID-19 has exposed the uneven distribution of life-saving medical equipment across the world. Tomorrow, the Tech Access Partnership will be launched to increase local production of essential health technologies like masks and ventilators in developing countries. This new partnership is another great example of solidarity that builds on the solidarity flights, solidarity trials, and access to COVID-19 tools accelerator, which all aim to ensure the latest health innovations are reaching those communities that need them most. Only together can we get through this pandemic in national unity and global solidarity. I repeat, only together can we get through this pandemic in national unity and global solidarity. I thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tedros, for this. We will now open the floor to questions. I will remind